There we go. Just wanted to press them buttons. So we are now recording as well as streaming, so please don't say fuck, shit, tits, or arsehole. You don't want to be one. Don't talk about it. And let's get going. I'm going to play the game with the rules that we've always played with, which is no armor, the choice of 3 weapons, which I'll be honest with you are probably going to be axe, a different type of axe, and maybe, depending how I'm feeling, a 3rd axe. And character name, well, seems as though I can't think of another one. I think the only thing we can call ourselves is Tom. Don't know why that took me a while. I do. Fantoon. There we go. We are Fantoon. Now I'm very conscious because I'm sure people can hear it. We play female because that's how we do it, and we are the deprived. Our gift shall be... oh, what is it? Well, Twin Humanity is actually useful, so we're not having it. Binoculars is useful. Pendant. We might take the pendant. I don't know what the old witch's ring. I can't remember what that does. Witch's ring or pendant? Let me have a think for a moment. I know the pendant does nothing. Hello, demonic angel. How are you, my darling? And I'll be honest, guys, I put on a bit of weight since we last spoke, so we're upper lower body. We are the palest mofo on the land, as usual. I like the dubious as well. We are very dubious. Hair colour. What's like the longest? Nah. It's going to be under a hat anyway most of the time. And although it's going, it still kind of is red, my hair. Like that kind of red, so. There we go. We are Fantoon, the deprived female. Let's go and customize. I remember Candy. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't remember the demonic angel, but I remember Candy. How are you, my darling? It really has been a long time then, hasn't it? Glad to see you about. No, it's a bit too... my hair's kind of like that colour. You changed your name a few times, didn't you? Because you were Candy, weren't you Mermaid, or was that your sister? I can't remember. Why would there be a mermaid around? To be fair, I changed my name. I love it. Here we are, Fantoon, coming down. Oh, as I've said, this is being recorded for YouTube, but I'm not putting on the comments, which makes it much more funny. No, we just had it perfect. Alright. Even though I'm not, I'm going to pretend we're young, because I had a bit of a thing. To be honest with you, we all know what I look like. Strong features, there we go. No, I want to, how do we... back. And... accept, there we go. No, those were all my names, actually. Ooh! That sounds all mysterious. I like it.
In the age of ancients,
I've been thinking about changing my name again. Like my real life name, but...
shrouded by fog.
I don't know. It's a
land
lot of
of
work.
grey
Going to the bank
crags,
and that.
arch trees,
Getting all my...
and
especially now I'm
everlasting
driving again. Ugh.
But then there was
How are you?
and with fire came disparity. Heat.
I've got a little tipple, so you will hear me slurping down my little beverage every now and again and smacking my lips, because that's one of the bad habits I have in life.
And dark.
Yeah, I've always thought, wouldn't it be cool to be like,
Then from the dark
I don't know,
they came.
I want a better second name. My second name is terrible.
and
Even though I
found the
chose it.
souls of lords
It's fucking terrible,
within
man.
the
I hate my
flame.
last name. This is what happens when you're 19 and change your name and don't realise that you can change your last name.
The first of the
Oh, I
day.
don't know. Sure, you guys have been round long enough to have known
Witch
what my
of Asylum
last name is.
and her daughters of chaos.
Put that down, pick this one up.
The Lord of Sunlight.
Oh,
and
the
his
beverage for
faithful
today,
knights,
if we're counting it, is Morrison's Own lemonade
and the
mixed
furtive
with some
pygmy,
original cherry
easily
sours.
forgotten.
So I'm going to get progressively more excited as I go
With
along
the
here.
strength of lords, they challenge the dragons.
There's something so alluring about it, isn't it? Changing your name,
Pulled apart their stone skills.
being a completely new person.
Witches weaved great
I
fires.
thought we're having this conversation. The world is ending on the screen, and it's like, yeah, let's change our names.
Nito unleashed a miasma of death.
And it's one of my friends always pointed out. The one name I wish I'd have gone for, which obviously I could have, was Misfit,
Betrayed his
like
own.
Mayfit.
Dragons were no more.
So I could have been Misfit, but literally, as I was leaving the courthouse with my papers in my hand, a friend said to me, "Oh, that would be a good name, wouldn't it?" Bit late now.
Thus began the age of fire. But soon
Ooh,
the
ow! I
flames
can earn
will
my own
fade,
points.
and only dark will remain.
How are you doing? What shall I call you, by the way, then, Candy? Because
There are only
now I know that now I know that you're Candy. It's going to be hard not to keep going back to that and demonic.
nights,
I'll just call you Angel. How about that, Angel?
and amongst the living are seen
How are you doing, Angel?
carriers of
How's the crazy world that we found ourselves in recently treating you? Still my nutting. I'm a key worker. I've changed my job a lot since I was last here, and I'm now a key worker. The Candy Angel. Oh my god. No, you're Candy Angel. Candy Apple Island? What do they have there? Apes. But they're not so big. 10 points to Gryffindor if you get that reference.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land,
Oh, I'm a lot more heavily tattooed
the
than when I last did
undead are
this.
corralled and led to
I think
the
I've got like,
north.
what, 1, 2, 3,
Where they are locked
3
away
new tattoos?
to
1,
await the end of the
2,
world.
3, I think. I have 7 months, I can tell you that, because that was the last time I signed into my
This
Twitch.
is your fate.
I'm glad to hear that. How have they been crazy? Well, I'm glad to hear that they're good now. Crazy, not so much. I think I've got you on Twitter, because I do see your name every now and again. How crazy, how so? As always, this is being recorded for YouTube. I won't say anything impersonal that doesn't want to be said, but I will respond, because I think it's funny. Oh, look at us. Sexy beast. Here she is. It's Fantoon. Hi there. I'm Fantoon. Welcome to Darksouls. Ooh, what are you... Well, 1, where's your tattoo? Well, sorry. 1, where's your piercing? 2, what tattoo? And 3, where's your tattoo? Right, let's get some feel back in this because I've not played this since the last time. Alright. To stick to our free weapons rule, I will have to put down that weapon. We are only going to use axes or a variant of axes. Like I said, free is our goal. I don't know how it'll work, but using free weapons. That is pretty cool. There's very few piercings that I've kept through most of my life, but my lip piercing is one. I love lip piercings. And your tattoo sounds amazing. Never regret the tattoos I've got in the same place, but I wish they'd have been a bit more pizzazz than they are. They were pizzazz at the time. But the world got more accepting, and it's not fair. I'm not as cool. Right. Let's remove this moose because it's annoying me. Right. I'm not gonna fight you now because I want my axe. I will never, ever, ever forgive someone for spoiling that reveal to me. Oh. You'll have to, if you, like I'm sure I've got you on Twitter, or if you're on Discord, you'll have to put pictures in, because I do like, as people know, I do like to look at tattoos. Alright. We're not using shields. That is a rule for this run through, by the way, is we're not using any type of shields. The only time any of these rules will break is the time that I nearly rage quit on this game, which is the Four Kings boss, because that boss was a joke. I don't know how you're meant to defeat that guy. That's the only one time we may break some of these cardinal rules. Oh god, we are so weak. We may, for brevity's sake, well, in my free rule of three, I guess we're going to have to use the club for one of our weapons, which doesn't sound amazing, but that's what we've got to do. So, a club and 2 axes. I'm a beater. I like beating sticks. Oh. I forgot because we picked the deprived that we get a club. Because I normally go for barbarian, I think it is. So I can get the axe straight away. But we're playing this cool. I've been drinking all day. I've been drinking low alcohol, so got quite a nice buzz on. You know what? We need to, like, ugh. I've been thinking about it a lot. I've known a lot of people for a long time, but I've never met them face to face. We need to do like a con where I get to meet everyone. I mean, there's only one guy that I'm going to meet very soon. that I've known for a while offline, but I don't meet anyone offline. Candy, come over to England. I've got a hammock. You can stay on the hammock. Obviously, when all the craziness is packed down, you can sleep on the hammock, or I'll take the hammock and you can sleep in my bed. But it sounded a bit creepy if I was going, sleep in my bed, darling. Now, we'll come down to yours, but I work so goddamn much nowadays. It is locked. Okay. And I love my job now. Like I said, you're more than welcome. You ever come over to England, you've got a place to stay.
You're no hollow. Thank you. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die. I wish to ask something of you.
My only hope is that after all this craziness has died down, my job's going to become a lot better paid. And if it has, then, oh, I'm going to start exploring the world properly.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch.
My job's
lit.
a lot more fun.
There is an old saying in my family.
It's taught me a lot to do a lot of crazy voices as well. But
Well, now you know.
I've been working on my American accent
And I can die with hope in my heart.
because of my job.
Oh, one more
So,
thing.
I'm quite proud of it. I'm quite proud of it. It's got a southern draw to it because
An
I
Estus
enjoy the
flask.
south, or I like
An
the
undead
southern
fig.
way of speaking.
Oh,
But,
and this.
yeah, I've been working on my Americanisms. I've got all shy talking about it. I always forget that I'm pretty much a silent person. Y'all want to hear it, darling? Oh my God! If I told you my little old southern accent, you'd be like, "Oh my God, where are you from, you southern belle?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, darling." I'm from Cali originally, but I came down from the south because like the weather was too much over in California. So now I kind of live in like the deep south, you know, Louisiana. Oh, go those Rams. But y'all know, I'm a girl that likes to travel around the world. I amuse myself and I amuse the guys that I talk to. That's all that matters. They think it's American. Y'all little southern belles. Exactly, I'm from North Texas. I want to go to Louisiana, but they've got more of like a southern drawl. And they've got that Cajun-ness to them. As well, I'm British. And Louisiana is quite heavily French. And like those French don't do it for me, like that cheese-eating surrender monkeys. This club is terrible. I wish I'd have gone for the axe just to have the axe. I suppose that's why we're playing as the deprived, because they are terrible. So it doesn't help that one of the women that work at our place now is Canadian by way of Ireland. She's got the weirdest accent ever. I went shopping the other day because, like, obviously the craziness going on here. We're still under quite strict rules about what we can and can't do. But I thought, fuck it, I'll go out. I need to go and get some supplies. I wish I'd have bought more crisps. I've eaten the 2 packets of crisps I got, and all the hummus. Something about streaming is just making me really want to eat hummus. Don't know if I've like trained myself weirdly. All I want now is a good dip of hummus. I'm like a good solid crackery type snack. Oh. I've got a load of ice cream in the fridge, but my lactose intolerance. Woo! All I've done is eat ice cream for the past day and a half. As in today and most of yesterday. My stomach is killing me. Asylum demon down in wood. Alright, let's go back here and defeat the Black Knight, which I believe should have shown up by now. Oh, pressed the wrong button. But it doesn't matter. I forgot how weird this game is. Yeah. I can't believe that, like, there's people actually protesting to go back to work. Here, it's been the complete opposite. Like, our newspapers try to pull pretty much what you guys are saying, and the backlash has been ridiculous. Which, to be fair, our newspapers are not at all impartial, that's the word I was looking for. I was going to say bias, but all our newspapers are biased. None of them are impartial. Yeah. As long as you're keeping yourself safe, though. Well, I've said though, because like I said, I'm a key worker now. I get to weigh in on stuff like this. Wow. You know, I think I'm genuinely going to be suffering PTSD from this. I'm a friendly person. Out and about, I will literally talk to everyone. I get funny looks no matter where I go. I couldn't imagine going to a busy place at all. At all. Could not imagine it. Just the idea getting me anxious.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated.
But it's doing my nutting though, because like when I go to the supermarket, yesterday, perfect example, I'm there and they've got bread and they've had a crisis about flour. They were flour in these funny packs. I've got my headphones on, I'm listening to music, and this woman's looking really confused at the flour aisle. Like, her mind was literally melting out her ears. I said to her, oh, it's all crazy this, isn't it? This bread and flour stuff. And she's like, oh, they've got no flour or anything. Says, oh, it's in that packet there. She was like, oh no, they've not got this one flour that's milled 6 millimeters wide and has been blessed by a goat that's ridden a llama that got shipped over from Kazakhstan. They haven't got this one specific thing. It's fucking flour. It's flour. Right now, it's flour. Stick it in your bread. She's like, I'll have to use more yeast. Yeah. But I get it. I panic bought. I'll hold my hands up. I panic bought a 10-kilo sack of rice. Just one. And now I've got a 10-kilo sack of rice that I'm slowly working my way through. And being, because I'm eating it. I panic bought. I gotta live by my own decisions. I'm slowly eating it, cupful by cupful, and I'm not even like what we've been down for 6 weeks now. So, and I bought that just before all the panic kicked in, because I realised what was happening. And I've eaten about 1 kilo of rice, and it's killing me, man. It's one of those I'm thinking of just like holding a party for everyone out in the street and being like, oh, come and have some rice. So people think I'm doing something nice, but nah, I'm just trying to get rid of this goddamn rice that I've got too much of. Because I bought 10 kilos doesn't sound that much. When you're looking at it in the shop and you're lifting it, it doesn't seem that much. But when you start eating it, let me tell you, that bad boy really does add up quickly. I'm just going to stick it in vitality, endurance, and strength. Yeah, I think there's a worldwide thing. All people have done here is buy flour, Bread slowed down, I'll be bread seems to have slowed down. But flour is we're struggling to get a hold of. And that's about it, really. And eggs. Which is weird, because tells you a bit about how I live my life. I live and talk to and I'm friends with a lot of hippies. All my friends own chickens, so I find the egg shortage really weird, because they're constantly trying to get rid of eggs. I don't eat them. You know, that hashtag trying to be vegan life. But I constantly have a oversupplied of eggs, but in the shops, no eggs. It's quite funny. Oh my god, the toilet roll still? Really? We got bored of that game quite quickly. As soon as people realised they couldn't make money on it, ours stopped. Yeah. And one of my friends was telling me that one of the farms close to, I say close, round where we live, is there's been a battery farm shut down because of all this. They just can't sell their eggs because for whatever reason they just can't get them out to the public. So they're giving away chickens, like laying chickens. She's like, why don't just people get a couple of chickens and they'll be sorted forever? Which, I really want chickens, but I haven't got enough materials to build a coop right now. I really want like a pair of chickens. I can call them Dorothy. I had Dorothy and like Edna. That'd be my chickens. But I can't. I ain't got the materials to build a coop. Plus I've turned half my garden into a vegetable patch, so those chickens eat my goddamn beans and rice and whatever else I've got growing out there. Onions, and I wouldn't be happy. Wouldn't be happy. Plus, like I said, I don't eat egg. So literally, I just want chickens just to have them, just to talk to them and be like, come on, Edna. Great name for a chicken, by the way. Great name for a chicken. Like Edna, Dorothy. I was going to say Jemima, but that is literally just a duck's name. What are good names for chickens? I can't think off the top of my head. Oh, how shameful. Every good human being should be able to name at least 3 chicken names. Surely that's got to be like some Turing test. Francesca? Francesca? Oh, that jumping guy got me there. Francesca? No. Can't think of any more good chicken names. It's oh. Phyllis. There's a classic one. Phyllis the little chicken. Phyllis the little chicken comes waddling along, going hello, hello. Phyllis the little chicken. She'll make you go chicka 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 chicka. And if you have a rooster, it has to be called Rufus. The only name for a rooster.
Since you're here, let me help you. There are ones up above.
Okay, you'll just tell me what to do, which, to be honest with you, it's more for the skill rather than the gameplay that if you're watching this, because that reminds me that in my younger years when I was staying, oh shit, well there goes all those souls, and I was living on one of my friend's couches. What happened? Oh, that was it. I'd gone for an interview, and if I'd have got this job, my life would be very different right now. It was like my dream job. It would have been perfect for me. It was exactly right up my alley. The only thing that let me down was my age. But I got a phone call one weekend saying that I'd not got the job, and I was out with another friend of mine. We'd gone for a little away session. Me and one of the girls had gone for a girly weekend away. So I got this phone call, and I'm like, I just want to go home. Like after that devastating news, I just want to go home. I walk in the kitchen. There's a fucking chicken there. There was two chickens. Just two chickens had wandered into the house. So my friend shut the door and said, okay, we've got two chickens now. There was nothing. I should still have a picture of that day when I wandered in and there was two chickens. And it punched me in the face. Because obviously it was running wild for quite a while. And it had not been used to human contact. And the first thing I wanted to do was fucking hug a chicken. Because what else are you going to do it? At that moment of your life. And the chicken opened its wing and proper twatted me. Like, I think it opened my nose and it started bleeding. And then it went to live on an allotment. There was quite a good chicken. Quite a number of years until it got too much. And I don't know whatever happened to it. That's cool. Just gangs of roving chickens. Oh, that'd be cool. Them all like... That's weird. I can't picture it in my head. I do apologize. That's... Because to me, America is just one giant city. The idea of chickens just walking about, skirting on city streets. Oh, shit. Selling each other bird seed. No. Sorry about that. That's literally... I can't picture it. Oh, I'm kind of sad that I can't get that. Oh, a pack of chickens. Did it have one rooster, or was it just like a matriarchy? Or was there a man chicken that had to take charge because he was the only cock around? Ow. Actually got me good there. I'm so jealous of your ass. I want it. At least one rooster, but most were females. Ooh. Oh my god, maybe it was Animal Farm. Like, gone wrong. Some farmer somewhere had read Animal Farm, took it as like, this is going to be a good idea, released all these chickens to try and form a society, and then, hashtag spoiler alert for the real world, it didn't turn out too well for it. I'm putting off certain things during this this lockdown, and one of them is reading. I haven't read as much as I probably should. And Animal Farm is one of those books I read in a day. So that was me having a moment there of being like, I could probably crack through that after I've finished streaming here tonight. Get to bed late, finish it off about 11 o'clock. Because these streams are nothing but my stream of consciousness. Fury! At a certain point, I'd be too scared to ask. Genuinely, at a certain point of having roving bands of chickens, I would be too scared to ask where they've come from. I would just be like, oh, they've always been here. They've always been here, what are you on about? Rather than being like, yo, where did these chickens come from? I'd just be like, yeah, they've always been... Have you never noticed them? Oh, that's weird. That sounds so cool, though. If there weren't so many cats and dogs around here, I would do it. free-range chickens. Lighten up the mood a bit. I'm sorry, I can't picture it. Like, as much as I'm trying here, I cannot picture a roving band of wandering, semi-feral chickens wandering through the south of America, picking fights, going on road trips. Literally just finding out what it means to be birds of a feather that flock together. I live in quite a gentrified area, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that came out wrong. I live in a gentrified area. My chickens would be middle class. Ow. That's me hitting the table if you heard about that bang off. They'd be middle class chickens demanding M&S style greens. Wouldn't mix the common riffraff. See, now all the chickens are wearing bandanas. And I still can't picture it. Why can I not picture? I guess I just don't have no reference for that. Even though I grew up around farmland. Either that or I'm quite drunk right now. And while imagination is fun time play, controlling the two halves of my brain to read and play a video game, it's not leaving much for the imagination center. No! No! The imagination center to run. Oh, it could be like West Side Story. Romeo and Juliet. One I know a lot better. Where one chicken from one half is like, "Ah, I love you," and like, but that's a female chicken. You can't love a female chicken. And like, oh no, but thingy. And then, oh my god, one of the chickens lays an egg, and like, it's the closest thing we're gonna get to chickenhood. So they sit on this egg, and it never hatches. But then one of the other hens and the other lot of hens is like, oh, they're getting old now and they stop laying eggs. So they stop having that hope that maybe one of them will hatch. That one of the other chickens late at night, when they're sleeping all curled up next to each other, slips an egg into their nest. And it's like, this'll make them feel better. They can have one of my chickens. We all live in a group. It doesn't matter whose is whose, because they're great with them. And well, I've got 12 kids. It won't matter. So they slip it in. And then they wake up. I'm going to have to name the chickens. And like I said, I can only come up with certain names for chickens. So Doris is like, this egg's moving. And it hatches. And they're over the moon, but then break up. Because Dorothy thinks that Edna has been cheating with a cock of the walk. And the chicken that slipped it in, we'll call her Doris. Doris, this chick, gets stamped on. Because that's what happens in my play. And that is why you should not give lesbian chickens eggs to hatch without telling them first. I'm sure that if Dorothy, even though her heart was in the right place, she'd have told them what was going on. They'd have been over the moon. They didn't need it to be their biological child. Just the knowledge that they could pass on. Knowledge and experience and hope and spread the love that they had would have been enough. They didn't need it to be genetically part of them, because that doesn't matter. All that matters is the memories we carry forward. And at a certain point, that's all we are, is a collection of memories. There you go. That is why I can't picture chickens. Because that's what comes out. How dare you say I have ADHD? How dare you? Quick, do the one exercise that a teacher friend of mine gave me to help with my anxieties, which does my nut, and it's the worst thing ever. Like I said, it relies on the fact that you know that I lick everything. I can't help. I'm an oral fixator. But you know, if you can think of something, you will know what it feels like on your tongue. So if you look around your room, I'm looking around mine like I've got a cardboard box, I know what that feels like on my tongue. I've got some soil over there, I know what that feels like on my tongue. I've got some screw heads, I know what each individual one would feel like on my tongue. Messes you up, man. It's good for concentration, though, and good to help clear your mind, because you think, look around the room and imagine what it'd be like on your tongue. Free tip. That's why you come here for the psychological tips brought to you by teachers and passed on through the medium of rambling. I really wish I could tell you guys what I do now, because so many funny stuff happened, but I can't. Other than I absolutely 200% love my job. Get myself in trouble a lot. Well, I don't get myself in trouble. I speak out a lot because I'm not one to hold my tongue, and it can get me in trouble. Rather than when I was working in the Buckies when I was last here, when I hated it and I was getting really bad and grumpy.
Well, now, you seem to have your wits. Then you are.
Alright, come on, axe. Come on, axe. Alright, we'll take the residence key. Up. And we'll take the bottomless box. Scimitar. Hand axe. I'm not interested in the hand axe. We've only got 3 weapons. We can't be spoiling it on a hand axe. We need like a whatever it is. And like I said, one of the rules of this playthrough is we are not wearing...
What's the matter?
I was going to say weapons then, that's because I saw the word what's the matter. We're not wearing armour, so armour doesn't matter. The only exceptions being the 4 Knights boss fight, which I believe is 200% rigged and got me to rage quit this game. Quite hate that boss fight. The fact that you've got to wear 1 ring. Oh, there's the thing, I will be wearing rings. I know I said no armour, but rings do and will be worn as appropriate, just because they will. Just give me that little edge. But we won't be... Pretty much the only rings we're wearing is the chloroform ring, or chlorophyll ring, to help us with our stamina, and... I think it's one of the poison rings, or stuff like that, which is basically not the one that helps you regen life, because that goes against the spirit of this. Okay, they're just holes. Oh, nearly fell. I'm having major flashbacks as well to certain things right now. To when... Oh no! When we first came up with this challenge, it was about here that certain people turned up that I ostracized because I didn't want them around anymore. But yeah, it was about here that I got my first ever, or like on that bit there, the first ever Twitch bits donation, because this was the first game we streamed after I became a partner, and the first bits donation before I understood how it worked. And that was when I was crossing that bridge. Oh, it's like it's come full circle. Oh, one of the other things I will say, by the way, is when all this craziness is over, I am planning to buy a decent PC. So I won't have to use my laptop, which means I can stream more like PC games. And shoo, if you've got me on Steam, you'll see I have quite a few on Steam. Oh shit, I missed. Missed completely. Wait. Oh, I have some weird memories connected to video games. Weird memories. Go on then, what's your best memory connected to video games? I've got a lot to Minecraft. What's your favourite connected memory to a video game? It's an interesting topic, yeah. As much as I'm playing, like playing this on a PS3, and I play a lot on my PlayStation because I only have a shitty one. I've been a PC gamer my whole life. I have a lot of fond memories of streaming with Minecraft because obviously that's where I met a lot. Well, let's face it, 90% of the people that I talk to nowadays online, I met through Minecraft. And I find that so weird and bizarre, because I hated that game. I only literally started playing it because I thought, oh, this will be popular on Twitch and on YouTube. And yet, I met so many great people through it. And then it tripped me out how long ago that was. That was back when I was with a partner. Which... it. Who cares? It's not like he'll ever find out. He's now, I believe he's married, and he has a child. Obviously we broke up quite a while ago, but yeah, he's married with a child now. I bump into them from time to time. His wife hates me. Oh, she gives me such dirty looks. He ignores me. Yeah, he's married with a child. Well, he's got one biological child and a few. Yeah. It was. To be honest with you guys, the reason we broke up was I can't have children, and he wanted that 2.4 kids lifestyle, which it was never gonna get from me. Yeah, he's married with a child. I can say something really mean, but I'm not a mean person. I'm a nice person. I'm a friendly person. But, yeah. There you go, there's a little update onto that part. And the last person I dated? Who was it, the last person? I can't name them. Because if I name them... Well, fuck it. I'm never going to be famous. I'll never fucking find this. It'll get buried on the internet. The last person I dated was a... No, he was before. I don't know. I guess I've not dated anyone in a while. Oh, big ups to Steve. He got his stab in. Stevie boy got his sorry. The guy with the lance, his name is Steve. He is my favourite undead settlement resident. He's always good for a stabbing, Steve. See if I can catch him in his natural environment. I'm trying to think now, don't I? Oh no, I know what I'm on about. Sorry. I know what I'm on about. Of course I know what I'm on about. Him. He's Steve. This guy there. Oh, he's dropped some. Ooh! Well, if you ever want to dish the dirt, darling, I'm all for a good dishing. So I do love a good dish. Although I've come to realise when I do dish, a lot of my stories are not good. I find them really funny, but they're not good stories. I am choosing to omit them because some of them are criminal. Oh, my next door neighbor's singing. He's singing all day long. He's singing really loudly, and it's a terrible song. What is he singing? I have no understanding. But all I can hear is singing, 'cause he's all about it. I want to change. Alright, I'm just gonna step away for about 3 minutes while I go and grab some. So I'm just gonna stay here for 3 minutes while I go and grab some. Repeated that. Woohoo! Cool, it's like a zombie. It's come up from my legs. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Oh my god, I had an apron stuck to my foot. A plastic apron from work. Ugh! I am back. If you can't tell, shh, don't tell anyone. And that is me opening up. Instead of having cherry sours, I've moved on to the apple sours. And like I said, when I stood up, I really felt it. So I'm going to be here a while, guys. You've got this show for a while. Because I'm going to crack out ice cream and that. Well, when I crack out the ice cream, I'll be here for a while. I bought some Ben & Jerry's and I've got some mint choc chip. But for the mint choc chip, I've got some homemade vegan honey. Oh, it's delicious. It's absolutely... Like, I didn't make it. One of my friends wanted to try out a recipe I gave her. But when I do it again, now I know it's going to be amazing. Because one of the things I was thinking about doing and coming back is, like I say, I'm quite into my vegetarianism. I've not eaten meat for quite a number of years now. I try not to eat dairy, but it doesn't work that well because I have one weakness on this planet, and my one weakness is ice cream. It really is. There's no getting around it. I have a real weakness for ice cream. And at the minute, vegan ice cream is fucking expensive. I love it. It's the best thing on the planet. I can eat it without getting a tummy ache. But it's expensive. And I can't afford it. But, forgot where I was going with that sentence. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a vegan, like, cookery channel. But my gosh, no one wants to see me kitchen. That means I gotta tidy it. It's a working kitchen. That's gotta feed, like, 1.5 people. That's me, but I'm just really fat. So, it's never gonna look tidy. Never. Oh, hold on. Oh, shit. Alright, hold on. I'm just gonna... Hello, I'm back. Fuck me, guys. I got something to say. That phone call was incredibly telling. I rang up the doctors at 8 o'clock this morning. Okay? Because I wanted to get some on repeat prescription. Well, I wanted a prescription. They answered at 8 o'clock, which is a big thing in England. If you know anything about our GPs, is a big joke about ringing at 8 o'clock. You know, 1 minute past 8, I was on the phone to him. Appointment and bloods for 9:30. Appointment and bloods for 9:30. Frickin' phone call back. 10 to 5 saying, we've got your results. Like, here's your results. What? I was saying to her on the phone, like, you've caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting the results for freaking a week. But that's just because of everything going on. They're normally 2 or 3 days. But 10 hours, I went from having nothing to knowing exactly what's going on. Fucking clap for the NHS. Those bastards need... Even medals don't do it. Just what? That is insane, man. That is insane. I've never had blood results come back on the same day, and yet they're still going through all this. I've had appointments the same day. Obviously, that's how doctors work. But never had blood back. Come on. I want to see Steve in his natural environment. Oh no! Don't get caught completely in the fire. Sleep now in the fire. I was thinking about doing that against some music for the stream, but because I wanted to put it on YouTube, and I don't want there to be ads. I'm not going to put ads on any of these. My doctors make sure. What? How does that work? She's not your biggest fan, so she does you a favor? Hey man, that's pretty good going. I'm still in shock, and the problem is, like I said, I've had a bit of a drink, and I don't like talking to professional people when I've had a drink, because I get silly. Oh, hold on. Something vibrated on my arse again. Oh. Oh my god! And then there we go. The result from the phone call has just come through. Ah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I had a doctor like that, but I was crushing on him hard, so I don't blame him. He must have thought I was the craziest person ever he'd have in his practice, but he was so handsome. Handsome and a doctor. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's one of the things I need to... I've got these meds that I take. I'm literally going to be on them the rest of my life. And yet they want to give me month by month, and I'm like, can you not just give me, like, you want my bloods in 6 months? Come back in 6 months? Like, give me 6 months worth? Rather than having to pay for them month on month, because they're a bit expensive. Like £9, but that's over an hour's work I've got to do to get. No, in fact, it is an hour's work it costs me. To get my prescription costs 1 hour of my working time. £9.14, yeah. Quick math there, I amused myself. Oh, Candy Angel, come and give me a hug. Please, I need a hug. I've gone 6 weeks without touching without touching a different human being. I've only ever touched one human being in 6 weeks. Besides getting my blood taken today. I need a hug. And no, that isn't me that I've touched. I ain't no Madonna. When I think of you, I touch myself. Oh! Nice Madonna, isn't it? Like a virgin. Touched for the very first time. Like a virgin. Organ transplants are my life. Like a surgeon. Cutting for the very first time. I'm gonna have to slow down on that. I might have to swap to the non-alcoholic version of what I'm drinking because I'm getting to the point that I want to sing. Oh, bless you. Well, as useless as I am with written communications, you ever need to talk to anyone? Like, I will endeavour to get back to you, but I'm terrible at written communication. To be fair, I'm not very good at like Skype and that. My mum was talking about setting me up on Skype. I'm not very good on it. I'm a whole body talker. And when you can only see the top half of my body, I don't come across well. Plus, I do sign language. I'm like, my whole life is, at the minute, is non-verbal communication. So talking over stuff like Skype just doesn't work for me. I'm getting stuck here. If I hide down here when I die, I won't anger the Black Knight, will I? Or is he stuck? Nope. I could. What's the word? Bait him over here and kick him off this ledge. Let's do it. Ow. Ow. Ah, you can make fun of me if you want. I'll be. Oh, I had a weird flashback and a burp. That's a twofer. Oh, I've got a chocolate egg in the fridge that I'm trying desperately to convince myself I don't want. I'm trying desperately to convince myself I don't want. But yeah, I'll be your ex. I'll be your ex, Candy. Make fun of me. Do your best. I keep thinking, because I do browse a lot of Reddit nowadays. You can find me at the Dino Dinner number 7. Although I think it's still spelled Dino Dinner because I can't spell. But forgot where I was going with that. Oh, I want to go into like them roast, like r/roast me. But I've heard almost every insult that they'll throw because no one on there is original. So I want to hear some original thingy. Like original piss taking, not just the generic, you sound like a man and you look weird. I've heard that all my life. That's more original. Something that cuts down to the deep. Not just, you're like a man and you sound like a man. You sure you're not a man? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, darling. Pretty sure. That normally follows up with, shows your tits then. To which my response is, you got a magnifying glass? They don't appreciate that, and then I tend to wander off. Oop, that was weird. don't say I'm going to do this whole run with this club. Because I'm starting to feel this club now. You don't scare me, Candy. They call you Candy because you're like an apple. You fall from the tree and you do hit every branch. You call yourself demonic because they are just angels that have fallen from heaven. Good. Monkeys. 2 monkeys playing trombones. That's what I've got to say. You scare me about as much as my own reflection does. I was going to say something really nasty, but I can't say that because that's not the game we're playing. Enjoy it is the only thing I can say. I've always been pitied. A lot of people pity me. I don't know why. And a lot of my dad's friends at work used to give me books. Thinking about that the other day. So many of my dad's friends used to just send books to me. And this was back before I was a reader. My dad's friends used to send me books. My mum's friends used to send me music. It was the weirdest thing ever. And then the one paedophile did send me money. Probably best left. Sorry, made myself laugh. Dangerous. Don't do that. He didn't get anything out of me. He would have. He said all the right things. It was just... I'm too afraid to fly. Alright, come on, Taurus Demon. I want a one-shot on you. I've not got the timing down on this all ever. Damn it! Oh. That's like duality. Really should slow down. Like I said, a lot of people... In fact, I was a very cute kid. If I could ever... If I didn't destroy them all in one of my psychotic episodes, I would definitely show everyone a picture of me as a kid, because I was a cute ass little baby. I had really, really blonde hair. I had piercing blue eyes. I was 6 foot to a... I was less than knee high to a grasshopper. I was a tiny little kid. My voice, I sounded like my voice was stupidly high. I was every white person's dream child. Until I hit puberty. Well, no, to be fair, as my mum says, it was the day that I asked her to stop cutting my hair was the day that I'd changed. Nope, didn't realise she was still alive. Yeah, the day that I asked my mum to stop cutting my hair, I had it all shaved off. So I used to have beautiful blonde hair. Kill for it now. And I shaved it all off. And then after that I shaved the big patch out of it. Like, I just wanted a reverse mohawk down one half. I was literally ahead of my time with fashion. As my mom has said before, I was ahead of my time. Except it was in female fashion, which was weird because it upset my mum. Well, upset my dad. My mum. No, let me get that right. It upset my mum. It upset my dad. My mum had no clue. But yeah, I shaved off half my hair, and then I just started growing it long and dyeing it all the colours under the sun. Blue. Blue was my favourite when I left school. It was really blue. I did it before my exams because, as I figured, they couldn't expel me again from school when it was my exam time. So I was turning up all the exams with my hair bright blue. And then I was asked not to come to the prom. Whatever. No. There's a lot of story to that. Prom. Still went. Had the worst night of my life. Ended up getting high and having sex on a trampoline. Like. Ah, that sounds cute. Well, cute little candy. Cute little candy. Oh. You know, I would kill for curly hair. Really would. I hate having straight hair. Right, come on then, Solaris. What you got to say for the world?
Hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. Now, no need. Oh, I have.
I'd say yes to everything. Like I said, the gameplay isn't.
This pleases me. We are amid the flood. There's no. But you
what's the word?
And engage. Of course, we are not.
It's
the
the
only
skill,
ones
not the
engaged in
story.
this. But I am
if
a
you're
warrior
tuning into
of
this, it's the skill, not the story you're tuning in for. We're doing a no armor, no shield, free weapon challenge. First weapon is a club. My two other weapons that I'm aiming for is a Brigadier Axe, and I cannot remember what the third axe is, but it's a big giant one. No armor, no shields. Rings are allowed, but pretty much just buffs to resistances and the chlorophyll ring to help with stamina management. That's about it. The only exception is the 4 Knights battle, which is bullshit. And I may just armor up with Harold's armor with that for that fight because I just cannot do it. It's the one fight that nearly got me to rage quit this game. Yeah. That is what a lot of my friends with curly hair say. It sounds good. It looks good. But keeping it is not good. Oh, I got too far. Keeping curly hair is not fun. I got like straight up and down hair. That's boring. I can't do much with it because it's so straight and up and down. The only thing I like about it at the minute is I can wear wigs. I can wear wigs and I can change my identity very quickly because I don't have to worry about stuffing all my hair into something. Yeah. Okay, I get that. It never dries the same, but imagine having your hair drying the same every time. And the only way you could get it to look any different is to zhuzh it up. Give me crazy witch hair every day. Plus as well, with curly hair, you don't have to brush it. You can have it like Crazy Witch. And people will be like, oh, you're wearing your hair like that today. When you've got perfectly straight hair that just does not move. It's got no movement or life in it. If you don't brush it, people are like, you've not brushed your hair today. You need to brush your hair. Because there's no bounce, there's no zhuzh to it. It's literally just straight up and down. I'd kill for a bit of just wander out the hair and be like, oh, your hair's like that today. Oh god, frame rate on this is hitting the eyes. Right, shoot your fire. Or don't. Right, let me go and get the shortcut. How close I was. That's how close I was. When I died, that's how close I was to getting the bonfire. Oh yeah, this is going to be the full Dark Souls run. We've got Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I will not play Bloodborne. I have tried. I do not like the story. I do not like the combat. So this is just a full Dark Souls run. Depending on how this goes and the way that my life is turning out at the end of this, because this will be a long playthrough. The last save file on here was 52 hours. There may be a playthrough of Fallout 3, 3, New Vegas, and number 4 coming, but that depends on a lot of factors that I cannot at all envision right now. So, just to let you know what will be coming up in the future. Oh! What? You had like a little, come on, the character I'm thinking of. Not Betty Boop, like a 50s housewife turn up on the end. That sounds amazing. If I had fully straight to the curl on the end, I would rock that 50s hairstyle every day. Get a little Alice band. You got a look made for life. Although like Neil from the Young Ones. There's one for our British. There's one for our British viewers. And yes, by the way, I know I can get the axe from the dragon's tail by shooting things into it, and it will not break our free. But you see, if I pull out the bow, then that will be classed as one of our free weapons, and I do not want the bow as one of our weapons. I believe. See, I'm trying to think. So I did see a picture of you on Twitter, but I can't remember when it was from, or when it was, I should say. So I can't picture what you look like nowadays. Plus, as well, as I've often said, in Panda is very much the same. They'll all be genuinely children to me, because I've been streaming for, well, on and off, as you know. But I've been doing this game for so long that you're all just still children to me. Panda, no matter how old she'll get, she'll always be that strange what. God, how long ago was it now? It's about 7 years, so about 13-year-old. So you'll all be frumpy 13-year-olds to me. And I'm alright with that, because that means I get to stay at 23. There you go, that's how old I am now. I'm rounding up 30 very quickly. Very quickly. Ow. Ow, that wasn't me. I hit him. Metalhead's the big one, I think. I talk to him every now and again. Well, I talk to him a lot, I should say. I can't believe how much of a man he's grown into. Yeah, Mum. Metalhead who on YouTube. I'll have to have a look. But Metalhead who on YouTube goes under, I think it's Error 94 Music or Music Error 94 or something like that. There's errors. I know that. Oh, sorry, gotta give myself a round of applause for that awesome roll there. Yes, I know that there is an error in his name. He produces music. He's a music producer now. Straight from the NYC. Right, I've taken my hands off the controller because I'm having a look. My liver hurts. I don't know if that's normal when you drink, but it hurts. Yeah, but I haven't got Panda, but I know Metal is just literally in passing. Oh, pardon me. Oh, there you are. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Huh. Oh. Sorry, I'm pressing. I'm distracted. Quick, gone media. Let's get a bit of stalking going. There you are. Damn. Damn. You have grown up. You have grown up a lot. Damn, you look good. I'm so jealous. That is a kick-ass style. I saw. That is a kick-ass hairstyle. I love that. That's I'm digging that hair, man. I'm digging that hair. Digging that hair. I'm digging the look as well. Like the whole red lips look for the picture that I looked at. Digging it. Oh. I'm getting all nostalgic. My babies are growing up. You totally should. I've been saying that I'm letting the red grow out because I want to bleach my hair to be like pale white. So I'm growing the red out. So I look a mess at the minute, but you get to see it. You'll have to put pictures up when you do it. Yeah, you'll have to put pictures on Twitter. Which, if I knew anything about YouTube, and I'm that way inclined, which I'm not, because this is going to be a long-ass recording, I would go on and find it and put on a little card, but... And if you want, I can put it in the description, if I remember how to do that on YouTube, because I haven't uploaded in there in a long time. Oh, I feel old. Candy can make me feel young again. But you can't because you're grown up. Oh, that sounded wrong. That sounded wrong. That sounded wrong. That came out wrong. I am not that way. I meant in the fact that I met a lot of people when they were young, and I was young. Drunk, okay. This reminds me, I tried to do a series for YouTube. Gives you a little bit of insight behind the scenes at the Maze Plays Dino Dinner Studios. I was going to do a playthrough and put it on YouTube of Final Fantasy 15. So I bought that game and I'm like, I love Final Fantasy. Well, I love 10. Didn't care that much for 10 too. Played whichever one had what do you call it? Who'd you call it? Snow, Lightning, was it 13? Played that from start to finish. So apparently I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy. I'm a big... So, oh, I'll play 15, I'll do a full playthrough. I vomited. Literally on one of those recordings, I vomited because I cannot stand that new style of combat. It makes me dizzy. Which is funny because I play Darksouls, but you know that whole switching lines, flashing lights. Talk about overloading. Yeah. I remember being a literal child. Yeah, I started vomiting at Final Fantasy 15. And then I just started fishing. So that's why there is no Final Fantasy on my YouTube. Because I got obsessed with the fishing after vomiting trying to play the game. It's too much. Still. Even now it's making my stomach feel funny. On the subject of feeling old, I was talking to a friend of mine. No, I wasn't. I went to an art exhibition at the start of the year. And it happened on a certain week. I'm like, oh, this week's really important in my life. It's when I had a surgery. Like, had my gender realignment surgery. It's the same week. And I knew it was, but I couldn't remember quite the date. So I got in touch with my mom and said, oh, when... She... Avid, she's the record keeper of the family. So I says, oh, when was my surgery? 7 years ago. 7 years ago I had my surgery. My gender realignment surgery. And that is bananas, man. The amount of stuff that's happened through it. And then, like, I was 23. A bit younger than that, I was 22. And I've had whole literal lives happen since then. Because it's been about 10 years since I've changed my name from the masculine to what it is now. This is bananas, man. That is why I get annoyed at that. Like when I keep meeting new people and they think they're being really original by insulting the fact that I sound funny and I look funny. It's been about 10 years, mate. I've heard every fucking joke you can make about it. Come up with something new. Ooh, mystery key. I bit my tongue. I'm trying to play off memory here. Oh, there we go. I knew it was around here. Yes. Finish off this and I'm going to have to go on to the virgin lemonades. Virgin lemonade and sours. Just to keep the stream going, I'm planning for like 4 hours, 4.5 hours. I'm going to get mad at the boys. To be fair, I know where one of the boys is, but I'm still going to get mad at him. And one of the non-binaries. One of the things I'm thinking, by the way, is if anyone's got Tabletop Simulator, I am gagging for some board games, man. I'm like, oh, it's like, oh, I'm just gagging for some board games. If anyone's got any board game simulator, if you had me on here or YouTube or in Twitter or Steam, and you're like, I want to play a board game. I have this board game. I will be your friend forever because I'm gagging for it, and I just haven't got time to set all that stuff up. And like organize a group is what I meant, not set that stuff up. I just don't have time to organize a group at the minute because work has been that hectic. Oh. I'm just gonna do a YOLO run to the bonfire here. Way YOLO, more like NOLO. Don't tell anyone I'm going to have another apple. And then after this I might swap to strawberry. A Mickey Finn. A Mickey. Slip you a Mickey. Mickey Finn. Yeah, a Mickey Finn. Which apparently meant to put in Prosecco. Didn't realise when I bought it. Didn't realise when I drank half the bottle. Apparently you meant to put it in Prosecco. Which, I don't drink wine. I don't like grape juice. So I'm drinking it with lemonade. Because I am uncouth swine. It's not my fault. They shouldn't make it that tastes that nice. I'm going to have a wicked hangover and I've got so much to do tomorrow. But there will be another stream / recording doing. Which means if you're digging these on YouTube, it will be coming very quickly. Soon after. Well, yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to dump them all on. I'm not going to do any editing. I might trim off the beginning. And I might trim off the end. But, yeah, no editing. I'm just going to whomp them on YouTube. What's a dark liqueur? I'm not a wine person. I can't stand it. I'm a child drinker. I like sweet stuff and sour. Like so I'm drinking literally, they're called sours. I don't know if you have them over there, but they're liqueur. I've got one cherry, one apple, and then the Mickey Finn's is a strawberry because I don't like the taste of alcohol. I used to drink whiskey when I was younger. Like, I don't know what Dark Crown is, but it sounds mysterious. Oh. You know, I should have gone to that woman and got some what you call it, herbs, poison herbs, but I don't have access to her. So ignore that sentence, and I died. But yeah, I used to drink my dad, because my dad's not a drinker. My mum is, but my dad's not a drinker. So he used to let me have a bit of whiskey every now and again, because he realized very quickly that if you give a child whiskey, the allure of drinking goes away, because whiskey's not nice to drink. So that was the only alcohol I was allowed with my dad anyway, was whiskey. And it was awful. He used to pour me a Southern Comfort. I was allowed one very small Southern Comfort a week, because I used to see him at the weekends. And I never once finished it. And I never drank whiskey. My mum was very similar, except from it was only ever when we were on holiday. Don't know how much. Fuck yeah. Like I said, it's going to disappear into the dregs of YouTube and the world anyway. There was the only one time my mum really let me drink was when we were on holiday in IB for 1 year. So I was young, like say 13. and I got absolutely trolleyed on peach schnapps. Because I wasn't allowed to drink, but I was allowed to drink shots. Because it was Ibiza, we were on holiday, there were a lot of adults around keeping an eye on me. And I got absolutely trolleyed on them. Southern Comfort, yeah. Woo! But I got absolutely trolleyed on it, and I remember just being ill. And then my other big drinking experience was when I broke up with my first serious partner. I got very drunk and turned up at the house, because that's what you did at the age that it was. I was underage. Well, and well, there was two drinking stories with her. One was when we knew we were breaking up, and then one was when we broke up. I got absolutely trolleyed and turned up on a house and threw up all over her house, basically. And the other time we went camping, and I passed out hard because I drank half a bottle of vodka. Oh, to be young again. I don't know. God, I was so hungover. I've always believed, and I don't know if it was just because of the way, that if you introduce alcohol to a child early, and you don't keep it a secret, that alcohol will hold no allure to them. Like I said, my mum was very open with alcohol. Same with wine. Like, my mum likes wine. But she'd always let me try a bit. And it was never interested me. But I know I've got friends that were never allowed to sniff alcohol. And when they got old enough, they were like, oh, this is an adult's drink. Oh, I gotta have this. And more than one of them turned to raging alcoholics. So I always believed in teaching a child alcohol literacy at a young age. Drugs, on the other hand, that was my downfall as a child. Well, yeah. Oh, fuck me. 15. Yeah. Like I'm with your mum. Just be honest about it and don't make it a secret. Like I said, drugs was my big downfall though. Because drugs were always a big no-no in my house. And when I lived with my mum when I was younger, big no-no. Weren't allowed to talk about drugs, weren't allowed to think about drugs. Drugs, no. Yeah, that's why they got the hooks in me. Child when I started to smoke marijuana heavily. Met some great stories though, and friends that I've kept throughout the years. I just wish it had not been that much of a taboo subject. Not that I should ever think they should give children drugs. I realise that a little bit of alcohol will not hurt a child. Drugs fucking will. There is no little bit of drugs. Drugs are no-go for children, but take the stigma out of it. Yeah, you see, I grew up, and like I said, drugs were just no. We never talked about them. We never discussed them. And I turned quite heavily to them when I had the chance and made those friends because, to be fair, at the time it was a lot easier than getting alcohol, weirdly. It's one of the things I always joke about with my dad. Even though I used to look, I've always looked weirdly not right for my body. Like, I looked a lot older. It was always easier for me to get hold of drugs than alcohol. So that's what I did. I wish it was getting cold a bit more. Don't. I should stop talking because it's making me want some. And I get drug tested at work. Yeah. There used to be a drug that went round. I'm gonna say I've done pretty much everything. Yeah, pretty much everything. Been spiked a lot. But I don't like sniffs. I do not like sniffs. Coke, hated Coke. Ugh, hated it. And there was a drug going around in England for a while called Meow Meow. And one of my good school friends, it was a proper problem. It was pretty much like cheap Coke. And one of my friends from school died of it. It was one of the few that died. And when I found out he died, it really upset me, so I wanted to try some just to see what it was like. And that was the worst thing I've ever fucking done. Ugh. That and salvia, the fake. I don't know if it was a thing over there, but like synthetic weed. What do they call it now? What did they call it? It had a big name. Like a big thing in England. It was like a big deal. Spice, that was it. Smoked a bit of spice, but that was one of those, literally, I smoked it once and went, nope. And I'm smoking it in a back garden somewhere. Literally going, I don't feel too good. Next thing I know, it was 5 hours later and I'm on a sofa. And apparently I just stumbled my way through the house to the sofa and passed out. For 5 hours. After spouting a gibberish, so. Now I get drug tested at work, so I can't be a naughty girl. I've got to be a good girl. Which is killing me in this lockdown, man. I got like quite a bit of weed that I've like stashed over the years for emergencies. And I've only been in this job, well, I started in November. So, like, I've not touched a bit of anything but alcohol since November. It's killing me. Yeah. Coke. Yeah. The problem with Coke is it's too good. It's too good. So glad I never enjoyed it. There's only one that I'd ever go back to. Which, to be fair, I planned for my 30th birthday, which is coming up very quickly. So I hope all this stuff clears up so I can get my hands on some. There's only one drug that I do nowadays. Because I just enjoyed it that much. Which is acid. Was it a surprise? No. Acid is... I remember the one time we bought a load of cheap, just a load of cheap stuff from a friend. And the guy had, like, it was a bunch of cheap stuff. He gave us a load of marijuana and he was like, just be careful with this half of it. Because he had 2 baggies. And he'd laced it with God knows what. But... Oh God. Alright, let's take our mind off this because I'm getting drawn out. Yeah. I'm starting to get to places I don't want to go. So, how are you? What do you do nowadays? You're older. I say assume you're working, but you know what I mean. We're the way the world is. What do you do in your spare time apart from playing video games? Anything interesting? So since the last time I streamed, I think the only thing that's changed is I'm now, well, I say now, I'm getting more qualified in sign language. And I also if you ever want to see an up-to-date picture on me, there's an up-to-date picture of me. Because I got involved with a couple of prides. Which, unfortunately, they've had to be cancelled this year. The 1 year I get involved in it is getting cancelled. But yeah, I do, I'm helping organise a lot of prides. And I'm still waiting for it. Yeah. I hate quarantine. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to just type something in the chat. Because I'm proud of this. Like, I don't care who, what, why, where, or when. I'm genuinely proud of this. So I'm going to put something on chat. I believe it's that, or let me just check if it's. I'm sure it's one of these. It's the .co.uk one. If you scroll down, you'll see me. You'll see me there. I am. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of it. Like, unfortunately, that pride's not going ahead because of all this stuff. I am the volunteer coordinator. That's my job, is to herd cats. The only other thing, like I say, I'm getting involved in is I'm not officially a member of it yet, or should I say founding member, that they're recognizing. I'm just helping out on the sidelines. Don't drink, you. Oh, I'm so proud of that fact. I'm so upset that it's not going ahead. But as we've all agreed, everyone on that page, we're going to have one hell of a pride next year. We've got all the funding, all the infrastructure and everything set up for next year. It's going to be one hell of a pride, man. If you're in England and want to know, let me get in touch and I will drop you on to what pride we're doing. It's going to be one hell of a goddamn fun one. Like, I am pulling out all the stops. So pulling out all the stops. Last year I got up on the stage and wouldn't leave because I only volunteered last year, ironically enough. And I got on the stage and then was just like, I can't get off the stage. So I was on the stage for quite a while. My performer in Me Darling was coming out. I'm too drunk to play this game, by the way. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm too drunk to play this game. What should I do instead? I don't know. Alright, I'll tell you what though. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find me at Dino Dinner 7/Twitch. I'm sure I'm on there somewhere. If you'd like to come and join us and watch this live, you're more than welcome to. Hopefully I'll be a little bit less drunk